soccer program here at the University of Nevada. When she's done, we'll open up the questions. She's going to explain the class to you really quick, and we'll get things going. So.
Great. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Signing day is always fun. It's been great on social media all morning, sort of seeing not just our school, but all the schools across the country, whether it's football or soccer and men's and women's, et cetera, everyone's signing. So it's been fun to kind of see all that. But what I think is special, it's every now and again, signing day falls on National Girls and Women in Sport Day. So I always like to recognize that. I think it's a great way to bring recognition to the fact that girls and women have so many opportunities to compete in sport these days, more so than even when I was in college and obviously long before me. But I'd like to congratulate all the women out there, all the young women at no matter what level they're playing that are going on in soccer in their college career and are being sort of recognized in this signing day, but also National Girls and Women in Sport Day. And for all the pioneers out there who have essentially given girls and women in sport the opportunity not only to play, but like me, to coach and be a role model for young women out there. And I think it's a great thing, and I think it's important that we recognize it. So I also like to do a few thank yous. I do this every year because I think it's really important. I can't do this alone. And I first want to thank our campus community. The University of Nevada is a fantastic place to go to school. And we have excellent faculty, we have a beautiful campus, and we have first-class support for our student athletes. And so all I really have to do is get them here, and this place sells itself. And I think it's really important to thank our campus community for that. I also want to thank my staff. There is so much work that goes into recruiting. I think you guys all know that. The hours are endless. We go out and sit on the fields from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter what's going on. We're out there watching soccer. And even when you get back here, there's tons of time spent tracking down information on players, talking to their coaches, and all that's done by my staff, and they put in a lot of time, and I think it's really important to recognize their efforts. But also, and I know some people are here, our academic and compliance staff, they do so much behind the scenes to make sure that we can get these recruits following all the NCAA rules, all the things we need, and so they put in a lot of time too. And I think the last piece is, it takes a team to make this happen, and I love my team. And they also do a lot in helping us with the recruits. They're the heart and soul of this program. And if you were to ask this recruiting class, ask the one before it, ask the one before that, besides the educational opportunities that exist for them here at the University of Nevada, the number one reason why they want to come is to be a part of our team, our family. And so I think it's really important to recognize that. So here's a little bit about the class. From a coaching perspective, our goal was to add a lot of depth and competition across positions. I think that sounds obvious sometimes, but sometimes you have a little bit more depth in certain areas, and we really had to bolster the team from top to bottom. There's a lot of diversity in the group as far as their talent and their skill sets. They're very talented overall, obviously, and I think what's interesting is that all of our freshmen bring a really unique skill set. They're not all the same, but they all have one thing in common, and that's the right mentality. We're still building this program here, and we need players that understand that and know that it's going to take hard work, perseverance, commitment, and they're definitely into that cause. They are so proud to be part of this. So let me tell you a little bit about them. There's 6 of them. First, I'll talk about the forwards. So we have Rylee Peterson. She's from Washington. With soccer, we always talk about their club team, not so much their high school, so she played for Northwest Nationals. Rylee's a great, what we call back-to-pressure forward. She's a good passer. She knows how to score, which is important. She brings good size to our forward groups. She's pretty tall. She'll be a target on our things like our set pieces and our corners. I think if she can quickly adjust to the pace and the physicality of college soccer, I think she can really be a dangerous forward in the Mountain West. So I think she's going to be somebody for people to reckon with for sure in years to come. In the midfield, we have Hannah Miller. She's from Carlsbad, California. She played for Carlsbad United. And Hannah's what we would call a central midfielder player in a holding midfielder role. And what I really like about her is that she's really composed on the ball. So you have to imagine if you were to equate it to a quarterback being composed in the pocket. She's good at keeping possession. She adds some much-needed depth to that center midfield role for us. We don't have a lot of players in there, or a lot of players with different skill sets, and that's really important when you're trying to determine matchups and things like that. Her passing ability is going to give us a lot of options in the attack. She's got good defensive presence, And she's just overall very like an excellent player with good qualities that I think are just going to kind of calm the game down for us, which is really important. And then Mackenzie Robinson is from Arizona. She played for the Scottsdale Blackhawks. Mackenzie's a great mix of athleticism and soccer talent. She's not just an athlete who plays soccer, she's a soccer player who's pretty darn athletic, so we're lucky to have her. She has a skill set that allows her to play multiple positions. Tactically, she's very good at reading the game. And she's really, what makes her excellent is she sees plays develop long before they happen. So that helps her make a lot of really good decisions. And she's a playmaker from that sense. So that's why I see her playing in the midfield. But the good thing about Mackenzie is you can pretty much stick her anywhere, except probably in the goal, and she'll do a really good job for us. So we're really excited to have her, and her versatility is going to be really useful for us moving forward. Defenders, we're adding Lauryn Woodyard, and she's from Southern California. She played for a club team called SoCal Blues. Again, Lauryn has got some versatility to her. She can play forward, she can play defender, she can pretty much play anywhere. And that's where I think she's going to be able to help us, but mostly at the back. She's tough, she's a relentless worker. She understands how to use the ball from an attacking perspective since she plays forward. So that makes her a good outside back from an attacking standpoint. So we don't just want defenders to defend, we want them to attack as well. And that's where I see her skill set sort of helping us. I think her greatest strength is actually her drive. Lauryn really understands what it means to work hard and persevere in order to get success. And that's what I was talking about with mentality. We need that in order to be successful, and I think she'll be a great role model for that. We have 2 goalkeepers joining the program, and this is really exciting. It's a position that we definitely needed some more depth and competition in. And so the first one is Arielle Perez. She's from Arizona, played for the Scottsdale Blackhawks. When you think of a goalkeeper, Arielle's kind of your quintessential shot stopper. She's got great reflexes, she's got good range to cover the goal. And she also, too, has a tremendous mentality. And getting to know her, I found out that she's really what you mean like by a true competitor, and she always gives her best effort. She's the kind of goalkeeper you love as a coach because she wants to get better, and she'll persevere through the challenges. When you think about it, goalkeeper's pretty obvious. You give up a goal, there was probably a mistake. And she doesn't let that bother her too much. It's not about the goals she gives up, it's about how many saves she can make. That's her mentality, and I really appreciate that in her. And then the last one, last but not least, is Lauryn Horstdaniel. She's from Las Vegas, Nevada. She played for a club team called Heat FC. Lauryn's a goalkeeper, and she's really intense, and she brings a lot of charisma to the position. When we talk about players like that, we say they've got a lot of presence in the goal. And she really knows how to kind of like command the game and work well with her teammates and things like that. She's a good shot stopper. She's got good size. She understands how to cover the goal and control the goal area. Which is, I think, one of her biggest strengths. She's the kind of goalkeeper that can make that game-winning save when you need her to, but she also is good at doing the simple things well. So that's what makes her pretty solid. So that's our class as a whole. They're really special. They're talented. Many of them have played, their club teams have played at high levels for like national championships, at all sorts of different levels and things like that. So they bring this understanding of what it means to be excellent. They know what it means to win, and I think those are their qualities that we want in our players. Like I said, we're continuing to build a program here, and they're really committed to that. Even if you ask them why they came here, that's one of the reasons why they came here, to make a difference. And I think that's really important. Beyond the soccer field, I can also tell you that these young women they're fantastic individuals. This is a people business. Our program is all about growing young women on and off the field. I work with people on a daily basis. That's what we do. And I'm really proud to have them join our group. They're going to positively represent the University of Nevada, our athletics department, and the soccer program. And we're talking about some good students here, too. Let's not forget that. They're great. They're active in their community. And they're just kind of flat out fun to be around, which is nice. You want to coach people that you like, too. So they're definitely going to make us better on and off the field, and I'm really looking forward to working with them. So, I'd really like to welcome them all to the team. So Arielle, Hannah, Lauryn, Mackenzie, Rylee, and Lauryn, welcome to the Wolfpack family. We're happy to have you. Any questions?
Can you kind of sum up this class? How good is this class? Not necessarily a grade, but what kind of mark they could potentially have?
I think the best way to say it is you look at your current squad and you see the strengths and weaknesses in your players. and you look at maybe who would be my starting 11 right now if we had to go out and play a game, and there's holes on the field that need to be filled. And this class can plug those holes if they come in, fit, ready to go. They have the talent to step on the field as freshmen. And so, if I had to, put a grade on it, or is it a 5-star class, something like that, I would definitely say that it's a complete class, and it's going to be an impactful class. So, is it our best class ever? In certain positions, it definitely is our best class ever. And I think that's really a testament not only to the recruiting that we do, but also to the types of players these are. That some of them turn down some what we would call pretty big name schools or BCS schools to come to the University of Nevada.
How much of an immediate impact do you expect out of this class?
I think if you followed our program at all this past fall, we had massive injuries and some long-term ones. And so our players are doing a great job to rehabilitate and get back with us. But we need to have some depth, like I said, to make up for some of those injuries and add some competition and really push players. When you think about it from the place of, you want players where you want two things with a soccer team, I think. You want players who can, if I take you off the field and I stick you in, that our level doesn't do this. And that's where these players, I think, can really help us. But I also want depth in that you're going to push each other to be better. And so there can't be too much discrepancy in the skill sets that you have or the talent that you have, because you feel like you won't be competitive enough to make someone else better, or someone else doesn't feel that you're competitive enough to push them. And we want all of our players to feel pushed and challenged when they're on the field. And so that's why I think when I say depth, that's what I mean about their ability to compete for playing time. And in some of them, it's multiple positions, which I think if they're not able to break into the midfield group, then they might be able to break into the back line and help us there. And so that really gives us some versatility with the class.
When you go to recruit somebody from the University of Nevada, what are the key points that you hit on why the Wolfpack is best?
It's a little different for everybody, but I think the things that we try to convey to them is first and foremost the type of education that they can get here. We really advertise that this is a Tier 1 institution. It's affordable, and it's a great place to come to school. Give us a chance and come check it out. And usually that's one of the biggest hooks, is they just maybe don't know enough about us. So it's about educating them about the school. From a soccer perspective, it's finding that recruit that understands that you're not going to walk into a dynasty here. You're walking into something that you can really change and be a part of. And even some of the current players on the team, that's really important to them. It's about the legacy that they can leave. And so we talk about their ability to leave a legacy here and really try to get recruits to think about that and how important that is for them in their own or overall sort of accomplishments in life. And it really sort of sticks with them. And then we talk about the athletics department and the university in and of itself, like I said, the campus community, but also people love to come here because we have football and we have basketball, but still you have this sort of small community feel, and that this is, more and more a college town, and they really love that atmosphere. And I think those are the things that once we educate them on it, those are the big hooks that they want to be a part of.
Any other questions?
Great, thank you.